The 2018 Farm Bill represents just one of the efforts already underway to address the rising age of American farmers and rural residents. RFD-TV's Sarah Mock sits down with an Alabama lawmaker to discuss the role that media and technology can play in encouraging young people to come home to rural communities.
It has such an impact for folks in rural communities, particularly young folks who either live in rural communities or want to move back to rural communities, to be able to see what's going on there.
Right.
Could you just talk a little bit about maybe what has happened with young people in your district and what you think the role of just being able to see what's happening in those rural places might have on getting people to move back to some of those places?
Well, I'm not sure that that's going to be a factor there for all these young people. I really believe a lot of young people are leaving rural America for what they view as more opportunities. And frankly, agriculture is just a tough business with thin margins. It takes a special breed to stay in agriculture, and I'm proud they do. On the Ag Committee, in this last Farm Bill, we were struggling with things that we could do to try to incentivize young people to stay in the business, particularly in family farming, or choose it for a business. But it's a tough sell. So I don't know that this program is going to help there. I hope it will, but I think it's going to take some other things to try to draw young people back to rural America. Because there's great value in the quality of life in rural America and the values that we have in rural America, and I hope they see that. And there may be at some point some programming that really reminds young people that this is what kind of quality of life you can have if you come back to rural America. So that could be something, particularly if you're living in an urban area where you got a bunch of people honking horns at you when you're driving, and it's hard to get around, people are hateful and it's congested. You're right, I mean, they may turn on TV and see something that reminds them that there's a different way to spend their lives rather than shuffling around in a big city like we have here in Washington, D.C. But who knows?
Can you talk a little bit about the broadband challenges in rural places?
Yeah, that's a real challenge. In this Farm Bill that we passed last December, we put a lot of money in there just for rural broadband because it's almost non-existent in rural America. And that's the reason we put it in the Farm Bill is farming is a business. If you can't get on the internet, it's hard to be in business. Precision farming has become a big thing. If you don't have the bandwidth to use that equipment, you can't do precision farming. If you can't do precision farming, you can't compete with people who are doing it because of the yield improvements they get. So having broadband is a big deal. We're trying to get it there. It's just not there, and it's going to be a while. This Farm Bill was a first step in that direction, but it's going to be a while. So you can't get on the internet. One of the other reasons we were interested in putting the broadband in that Farm Bill is young people. You can't. They live on the internet. They can't come home and do their homework because they can't, get on the internet. So we have a host of reasons to try to get broadband out there, but you can't. And then there's people like me. I don't consider myself that old, but I'm not watching TV on the computer. I want to turn the TV on and watch a broadcast channel. It may be coming through on cable, but I want to watch traditional television, and I don't think the internet's going to be the solution for that.
And Representative Rodgers introduced the Agricultural News and Rural Television Content Protection Act of 2019 to a committee in the House of Representatives. Tonight on Rural America Live, we will sit down with RFD-TV founder and president Patrick Godge to talk about what this bill means for you and how you can help. Plus, he'll be taking your calls directly. Join us at 8 Eastern.